What? This ain't Zelda Kart. Hello everyone, my name is Lee. Welcome to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is going to be a 150cc player's guide on how to beat Grand Prix. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I just want to say this before I get started. The beginning part is going to be a little bit boring because I'm going over the basics, and I apologize ahead of time, but the basics have to be covered, otherwise the rest of it isn't going to make any sense. But I promise you there will be pro level tips later in the video. Each character has a unique weight class, and each class has its own different statistics and stats. For example, the heavier characters will have higher speed and also have higher weight, while the smaller characters will have higher acceleration and higher handling. For this example, I'm going to use Iggy because he's my favorite character. So once on the vehicle selection screen, you can press the plus or minus button to bring up the stats of each vehicle component. You want high acceleration because in first place you're going to get hit a lot. So you want a high acceleration to recover from those damages. Also, acceleration will give you a longer mini turbo from your drifts, and we'll show you examples of that in a few races coming up ahead. Generally, the smaller characters are going to be easier for you, especially if you're a beginner and you're not used to it. I'll recommend picking like a featherweight class or a lighter lightweight class, but Iggy's my favorite, so we're going to pick Iggy. How to drift: you want to hold down the accelerator, turn your steering wheel in a direction, and then jump. And then once you jump, you can let go of the steering wheel and the drift will continue. Now there's 3 stages of achieving a mini turbo. There's stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. Now there's 3 different speeds on how to achieve a stage 3 mini turbo. The fastest way is to do a hard turn, continue holding the steering wheel inwards, and it'll achieve it at a faster rate right there. And then if you don't even hold the steering wheel at all, it'll achieve it at an average rate. There it is. And if you move the steering wheel in the opposite direction, it'll take even longer. So the wider the drift, the longer it's going to take to receive a stage 3. Let's go ahead and pretend this little walkway here is a corner, and we're going to try to maintain that corner. The other thing to note about drifting is when you have a stage 3 ready, you can go ahead and release it and still continue the drift and still continue to drift the corner. You don't want to just hold on your drift in a long corner like this. Let's say I have stage 3 and I'm still drifting. You don't want to just hold on to it. If it's a really long corner, you can go ahead and just jump, release your boost, and have a whole nother boost ready and prepared. The other thing I want to talk about drifting is instead of just moving slightly, like little taps to maintain your drift, you want to move it inwards. You see how my character's moving inwards? You want to move the joystick back and forth, really like fast movements. Because remember, the more that you turn in, the faster that drift's going to achieve stage 3. So you kind of want to wiggle it back and forth, do little movements like that to achieve a stage 3 boost faster. Okay, the other thing about drifting is that you can drift and continue your drift even if you fall off of a ramp. So let's go ahead and try it here. We're going to start the drift, and we're going to continue the drift when we land. You see that? So you can continue a drift off of a ramp. So the other thing I wanted to show you is that you can initiate a drift in the middle of the air. So let's go ahead and show you that real quick. There you go. I had the drift ready right when I landed. So that's one thing just to keep in mind. You can initiate a drift in the middle of the air to have your drift ready. So yeah guys, that's everything you need to know about drifting. That covers the basics. Alright, so in this example I'm going to show you the differences of bunny hopping. This is especially important if you go off the road and go into the grass. You can recover a lot faster by bunny hopping. Let's go ahead and see an example of that with these 2 characters. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. See how bunny hopping makes a big difference? So generally you want to bunny hop, especially right away. You want to start bunny hopping right as soon as you get off the track. Alright, so now we have the two characters. One of them has 0 coins, the one on the left, and the one on the right has 10 coins. Now we're going to see the difference having 0 coins versus 10 coins has in terms of speed. Okay, ready, set, go. Oh, he's already pulling ahead. So there is a difference in grass. Wow, he's already ahead. Wow, look at that speed that he has. Look at that difference. Look at that difference right here. The one in the front has 10 coins and the one in the back has 0 coins. And then they kind of went off. They kind of went off the trail. The other thing I want to mention is these road hazards. You don't necessarily have to drive around them. You can just jump over them. It takes a little timing and practice, but yeah, and speed. You need the right speed to jump over them. So, oops, I messed up there. I'll show you a good example. Jump. I kind of landed a little bit, but it's only you only want to do it in emergency situations. You don't want to do it all the time. That was a good one right there. So it's all about timing. You can do it. You don't want to do it all the time though, but you can do it if you want to save time. That was another good one. Here's another thing, like let's say if you're in a drift and you want to keep cutting the corner, that boost is going to help you if you jump. So it's actually better if you have a boost, then I would recommend doing it. If you don't have a boost, like a drift boost, you're taking a bigger risk in doing it. Alright, for this example, we're going to race one of the Nintendo Ghost. We have the exact same character, the exact same car, and the exact same wheels. And I'm going to show you how much of a difference cutting a corner is versus actually taking an alternate path that has stage boost on it. You see how much of a difference that makes? He even uses the trick boost and everything. But even that little gap right there is a huge difference. You want to use every little shortcut that you can. Even this little upward hill right here, cut the corner as much as you can. Any little upward slope, try to trick on it and you'll get a jump boost. So now that we understand the mechanics, let's go ahead and try to beat this time trial. Oh, that was a perfect boost. You saw that wheelie? That was a perfect boost. If you get a long wheelie like that, that means you did it perfectly. Look at that, we're already ahead. Don't even worry about the coins. Just worry about cutting the corners primarily. That's your primary focus. Getting 10 coins is beneficial, but you want to cut the corners primarily. Oh, we got a swag points. Let's see if we can get these 3. Nope, I'd rather keep the boost and get the coins later. Yep, there we go. Any upward slope you can use to boost, even this little one right here. Any little one, a big one, doesn't matter. You want to try to do it as much as you can. Oh, we messed up there, no worries. And there we go, we beat the time trial. Alright guys, that'll be the end of this video. Unfortunately, this video is going to be a part 1. Stay tuned in for the next video for part 2. We'll actually show some examples of these gameplay mechanics in racing. There's so many tips that I need to give. I have to separate it into 2 videos, otherwise it's going to be a long video. In the next video, in part 2, I'm going to show a couple of races with these mechanics in place and a few tricks and tips that'll help you become a better player for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. For any Mario Kart in general, honestly. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Oh snap. We're still gonna get first place. Can we achieve victory here, guys? Oh snap, oh snap. You know,